On Trends with LJE today. No more ransom. Defense Minister takes hardline stance. Presidential approval. Tinubu hails Senate for Musa's confirmation. Legislative firepower. National Assembly declares war on kidnapping. Nigeria versus American solutions. The Trump-Marafa debate. U.S. visa restriction targeting violators of religious freedom. And on our celebrity spotlight, Sabinus confirms marital status. Hello and welcome to today's episode of Trends with LJE, where we analyze major stories shaping leadership, justice, and economy across Nigeria and, of course, Africa. I am your host, Kamian John, and today's episode highlights pressing issues in Nigeria's security architecture and, of course, developments or fallouts as a result of recent developments in that sector. You can follow us on all social media platforms at LJE Nigeria, and joining me are my all-female panel of Gracie and Miriam. Ladies, thank you for being on the show.
You're welcome.
Pleasure.
Now, let's get right into our first story, where Nigeria's newly confirmed Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, retired, has signaled a complete break from past strategies, declaring a total ban on negotiating with or paying ransom to terrorists and criminals. Now, during his rigorous Senate screening, General Musa insisted that ransom payments only serve to rearm and empower terrorists, stating that there is no negotiation with any criminal. This strong policy position is supported by legislative action as the Senate simultaneously pushed for the death penalty for kidnappers, their financiers, and anyone providing information or logistics to the criminal networks, effectively classifying kidnapping as an act of terrorism. Beyond the kinetic fight, General Musa outlined a critical need for major legal and technological reforms to win the war on insecurity. He stressed that military operations are only 20 to 35% of the solution, arguing that Nigeria's fragmented national data architecture is its biggest security obstacle. Musa argued for an urgent, unified national database that links all security, banking, and identity systems, which would allow authorities to instantly track criminals, trace money, ransom money, and dismantle organized networks. He also criticized the slow judicial process, recommending special terrorism courts and accelerated hearings to boost troop morale and ensure decisive justice. The new defense minister also unveiled strategic operational shifts, including a plan to withdraw soldiers from routine checkpoints nationwide to free up forces for targeted operations inside forests and ungoverned spaces. This move is designed to restore safe access to farmlands, with Musa stating that protecting farmers means protecting the nation by securing food security. The National Assembly is aligning with this hardline approach, with the House of Representatives also calling for a transparent prosecution of all terrorism-related cases and recommending that all security pending be placed on a first-line charge to ensure prompt and predictable funding for the fight against terror. Now, moving ahead, President Bola Tinubu has swiftly celebrated the confirmation of General Christopher Musa, retired, as the Minister of Defense, taking to his official X, formerly Twitter, handle to commend the Senate for its expediting confirmation process, described Musa as a fine gentleman. The president underscored the appointment's critical timing for the nation, signaling a high level of trust and urgency in tackling Nigeria's worsening security challenges under his new leadership. The swift action from both the executive and legislative arms highlights the top priority placed on restructuring and refocusing the national security architecture. The confirmation followed a rigorous 5-hour screening session where senators questioned the former chief of defense staff on recent high-profile security breaches, including the controversial withdrawal of troops from a Kebbi school and shortly before a mass adoption. In response, General Musa demonstrated accountability, pledging to immediately set up a full-scale investigation into the troop withdrawal and to probe other attacks on senior military officers upon assuming office. This commitment suggests a new phase on internal discipline and transparency within the armed forces. President Tinubu's public praise for Musa and the Senate's swift confirmation sets a powerful tone for the new defense leadership. This rapid confirmation, following a recent resignation in the ministry, is seen as a crucial step towards stabilizing the security command. Musa's pledge to implement a non-negotiation, non-ransom policy and his focus on unified national data and legal arms reform are now the central pillar of the nation's renewed counter-insurgency strategy backed by the highest level of government. Nigeria's National Assembly is rolling out its heaviest legislative tool to combat the nationwide insecurity crisis, with both the Senate and House of Representatives adopting sweeping measures. The most significant move is the Senate's push to amend the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act, which seeks to mandate the death penalty for all convicted kidnappers, their financiers, informants, and anyone providing logistics support. This amendment, sponsored by Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele, officially classifies kidnapping and hostage-taking as acts of terrorism, acknowledging its evolution into a coordinated, commercialized, and militarized criminal enterprise. The House of Representatives has also weighed in with extensive resolutions designed to provide the necessary support structure for the security forces. Lawmakers recommended that all security expenditure be placed on a first-line charge to ensure predictable and timely release of funds, removing bureaucratic delays that hinder operations and procurement. Furthermore, the House called for the public naming and prosecution of terrorist financiers and advocated for open, transparent, and expedited trials for all terror-related cases, including the establishment of special courts to handle the massive backlog. Collectively, the National Assembly's resolution represents a unified and comprehensive crackdown. While the Senate focuses on severe penalties and reclassification, the House targets the logistical and financial bottlenecks, calling for a phased strengthening of the cashless economy to disrupt ransom payments and an urgent upgrade of national surveillance and CCTV infrastructure. These measures, unanimously approved and now set for concurrence between the two chambers, aim to provide the new Defense Minister, General Musa, with the judicial and financial leverage required to crush the rampant insecurity. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll be letting you into the Trump-Marafa debate as we continue to x-ray the Nigeria versus America solutions, how the U.S. visa restriction as they target violators of religious freedom, and on our celebrity spotlight, how Sabinus confirms his marital status. Do stay with us and keep sharing the stream.
Wait, you mean you still don't know? Come closer. Let me just see something powerful. Do you know that when you or even your siblings become a victim of kidnapping, God forbid though, the government has the responsibility to protect you? Yes, they do. But when that responsibility fails, you have the right to seek justice, and that is where LJE Nigeria comes in. If you spent money, paid ransom, or suffered loss, you can gather all your evidence and submit it to LJE Nigeria. They will help you build a strong case and demand accountability from the government. It's your right to be protected. It's your right to demand justice, and you are not alone. LJE Nigeria is here to stand for you. So don't just complain. Don't suffer in silence. If you have any evidence, gather it, submit it, and let LJE Nigeria fight for you legally.
To report a violation with LJE, simply visit www.ljenigeria.org. On the homepage, click on LJE Support, then select the Kidnapping Victim Support option. You will be redirected to fill a form to get started. Then you will need to complete the information accurately and accordingly. Then submit. Afterwards, the LJE Justice team will contact you for further assistance.
Thanks for staying tuned. And if you just joined us, this is Trends with LJE. Moving ahead, a debate has emerged among Nigerian politicians over the role of foreign intervention in solving the country's security crisis, which sparked by President Donald Trump's past threats of military action. Now, former Senator Kabiru Marafa has controversially backed Trump's hardline stance, arguing that the threat of external military pressure could be the jolt needed to compel Nigerian authorities to take genuine, tough, decisive action against entrenched terrorism and banditry networks. Marafa's position suggests a deep frustration with the perceived lack of political will to end the crisis domestically. However, this viewpoint was directly challenged by another prominent figure, former governor of Zamfara State, Senator Abdulaziz Yeri. Yeri strongly advocated for an internal solution, publicly stating, and I quote, "Stop calling on Trump. Trump has no business in Nigeria. He cannot solve the problems of Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria will be solved by Nigerians," end of quote. Yeri's position emphasizes national sovereignty and places the responsibility squarely on the Nigerian political elite, whom he accused of lacking the love for their country required to prioritize national issues over personal or sectional gains. Now, this public exchange underscores the profound division and despair regarding the state of insecurity, while Marafa's view reflects a desperation that looks outside for a powerful solution. Yeri's rebuttal is a call for national cohesion and domestic accountability, urging leaders to focus inward. Now, the debate between looking to an outside force like the U.S. as suggested by Trump and Marafa, and an internal solution as championed by Yeri and other stakeholders, highlights the complexity and deep political frustration surrounding the ongoing security emergency. Meanwhile, the United States has reinforced its commitment to promoting human rights globally by imposing visa restrictions on certain individuals in Nigeria identified as violators of religious freedom. This action is a targeted measure applying to those deemed responsible or complicit in undermining religious freedom, which includes leaders who have promoted or failed to adequately respond to violence against specific religious communities. The U.S. Department of State uses these restrictions as a diplomatic tool to hold individuals accountable for gross violations of universally recognized rights. The restriction is a significant move as it directly impacts the ability of the targeted individuals to travel to the United States, thereby imposing a real-world consequence for their actions or inactions. While the U.S. government typically does not disclose the names of those affected due to confidentiality rules, the message is clear. The U.S. will leverage its immigration policy to pressure foreign officials and individuals to protect fundamental freedoms, including the right to practice one's faith without fear or persecution or violence. This diplomatic sanction serves as a powerful signal of Washington's concern over the escalating violence and the perceived lack of protection for religious minorities in certain regions of Nigeria. The move is designed to encourage greater accountability and proactive steps from Nigerian authorities to safeguard the rights of all citizens. It also has an implicit link to the broader security discussion, as the lack of religious harmony and perceived injustice often acts as a fuel for social unrest and armed conflicts, which the new Defense Minister, General Musa, is tasked to address. Now, in a major development in the Nigerian entertainment space, popular comedian and content creator Emmanuel Chukwuemeka Ejeku widely known as Sabinus or Mr. Funny, has publicly addressed his marital status, confirming a breakdown in his marriage. Sabinus, who is known for his signature blue shirt and comedic antics, took to the step of announcing the separation to provide clarity following significant public speculation and media reports about his personal life. Now, crucially, in confirming the marriage breakdown, Sabinus made a point of assuring his fans and the public that the family remains on good terms and the separation was amicable. This emphasis on maintaining a positive relationship suggests a focus on the well-being of his family and a desire to manage the public narrative responsibly. This move is significant for a high-profile public figure who often faces intense scrutiny and rumor mongering in the highly engaged Nigerian digital space. Now, let me come to you, Gracie. How do you react to the fact that Sabinus' marriage has undergone a separation, as it were, but the content producer and comical character has said that all is well on the home front, despite the fact that both he and his spouse have separated?
Like I always say, marriage is not a child's play. If you are not ready for marriage, there's no need of entering into the marriage. So if you want to marry, at least get prepared, understand yourself before entering into the marriage. Most people enter marriage, they are not even prepared. They don't even know the real work it involves. They don't know the actual things it will take. They'll just enter marriage. And most of those celebrities, their life is on display. Any small argument, any small misunderstanding, they'll bring it online for we, the online viewers, to judge them, to tell them what to do. So I wish them all the best. But any marriage that is not favoring you, any marriage that is not helping you, just go your separate way for peace to reign, for you to have peace of mind. That's all.
Miriam, how do you react to this?
Like Gracie has just said, that before you go into marriage, you should try to know yourself. You can't know somebody to the extent of knowing the person fully well before getting into marriage, you get. And one thing else is, marriage isn't a do or die affair. If it is not working for you, instead of staying there, dying, suffering, just walk away. Many people will come out to start judging, the man is at fault, the woman is at fault. But clearly, not everybody will come out to start saying, she did this to me, he did this to me. But a whole lot of people will put the blame on the guy.
Before I let you ladies go, how do you react to the fact that recently experts have said that divorce rate in Nigeria has risen to almost 75-80%?
Okay, fine. Divorce rate has risen to almost 75% here. A whole lot of Nigerians just go into marriage without wanting to really be in the marriage. They go into marriage because of pressure. Exactly.
From
pressure.
family, from friends, from everywhere.
People. Everybody just go into marriage without even knowing, is this what I really want? Is this man good for me? Is this lady good for me? They just delve into it, and it is not nice at all. And I don't know why a whole lot of celebrity marriages, I'm not saying only celebrity marriages crash. No, there are a whole lot of marriages that crash. But these celebrities are always on the spotlight. They are like role models to people, and you see their marriages always falling apart. And I don't really know why. I don't know why it's always like that.
Okay, finally, have the principles of marriage changed?
Especially
now that we're in the 21st century, digital age and all. Has the principles of marriage changed?
The principles of marriage hasn't changed. For me, before I got into marriage, my church, they'll normally do a marriage counseling for 6 months. You get during this marriage counseling, they'll tell you this is what is supposed to be done, this is not what is supposed to be done. If you cannot continue, don't stay there and die. They'll advise you, if you cannot continue, don't stay there.
Some will even marry because of money.
A whole lot of people
once
go
they don't
into there
get
because
the
of
money
money.
again, they will just go.
Their way.
Yeah, most celebrities or most ladies now, they'll just enter marriage because of money. Then any small challenges, you see, they will just leave without considering what.
So the vows don't matter anymore.
To Nigerians or to celebrities, a whole lot of things have just been going on the inside the school of marriage. I don't know why. I don't know. There's infidelity, there's lack of trust, there's a whole lot of things that we cannot just come and start debating here.
Well, the brief but necessary confirmation allows the celebrity talking about Sabinus, or Mr. Funny, to take control of the story, separating his personal life from his public brand. This story is important for Trends with LJE as it highlights how Nigerian celebrities are increasingly navigating the transparency demands of social media and the pressure to manage sensitive personal issues publicly while protecting their professional image and ensuring the narrative around their family remains respectful. And that's where we wrap it up on today's edition of Trends with LJE. Thanks to Miriam and Gracie. Ladies, thank you once again for your brilliant contributions as always.
The pleasure.
Don't forget to follow us online on all social media platforms at LJE Nigeria. I am John Nkamian. Bye for now.